Hey. This is Coach Wheeler, and today I want to talk about suicide and depression. But today's tip and advice is it's not a tip and it's not advice. There's no structure to it. And you might think, what do I mean? But this is looking at it from the outside in. So maybe you know someone that's going through a really tough time there, or they've spoken to you about it and you know they're feeling down, maybe depressed, they're going through a real struggle, or they've even intimated they might be having suicidal thoughts, or they've outrightly said it, I'm at the end, I just don't know what to do, I think it's better if I'm not here, and they've said something like that and you're worried about them. The last thing they want to hear is someone turning around and saying to them, I know exactly how you feel. It happened to me 7 years ago when I got divorced, or I lost my job, or I got dumped. What that does is almost belittles how they're feeling, because you're trying to quantify it by telling your own story and kind of taking away from how they're feeling. It might distract them and they might kind of go along with it and listen to what you're saying, but it really won't help them. They don't want to hear that. Or if you turn around and say, do you know what you need is a right knees up. Let's go out Friday night, we'll get all dressed up, we'll go and have a song and a dance, we'll get hammered. That'll take your mind off things and you'll feel right as rain the next day. That might deflect it for a little while and they might go along with it, but it really won't help, and they don't need to hear that. It kind of almost makes them feel more lost when people try to fix it for them, because it's like, if they knew how to fix it or they felt it was that simple, they would have done it themselves. Most people that are struggling and going through those dark times, it is like a hammer or this whirlwind of emotions and thoughts and feelings. They don't know how to quantify. So the last thing they need is someone trying to give them a pick up, or, pick your socks up, count yourself lucky, I know how you feel. All of those things really won't help them. So the best thing you can do, and today's advice is just to be there for them. Just be there with them. Don't try and do anything. Almost say to them, look, I know you're struggling. We spoke about it the other day, and I know you were going through a really shit time. And look, I don't want to sit here and try and this and this, but I just want you to know that I'm here with you. I will sit in the darkness with you. I will hold your hand while you're going through this thing. I just want you to know I'm by your side. Like you're in the trenches with them, in some chaotic war, and you're just like, look, we don't know how we're going to figure this out, but I'm by your side. And that will give them strength. That will give them some comfort. It won't solve it, it won't cure it, but it will help them. And when you give them that little grain of hope, that little step, that you're not trying to fix the big problem they don't know how to fix, but you're there with them, that might give them the courage or the strength or the first inclination to make that step, to then try something, to then go and speak to someone, a therapist or a coach like myself, that, we can put together something, but it'll give them that impetus, that safety, that peace, that you're there with them. You're not trying to tell them it's just nothing and, oh, don't worry about it, you'll snap out of it in a couple of weeks and, a good holiday will sort you out, or, this and this, because that just makes them feel like, oh man, I don't need that, When people are in those dark places, it's a horrible place to be in, and with my clients and that, I've seen it many times, but when you give them that hope and that bit of comfort and that bit of unity, that you're there with them, it does build them up. It does give them a bit of inner strength to take that first step. And then once they've taken that first step, the possibilities are then for them to come out of that dark, horrible place. So that is today's tip. Don't try and solve their problems. It's just be there with them. Be there for them. Hold their hand, sit with them in the darkness, and be their friend, be their family, be what they need, just to that comfort, that almost that blanket, that shield, just to comfort them while they're going through it. That's today's tip. Now, I hope it helps. I hope it makes some sense. Maybe there's someone in your life that that you could do that for them, and it will be a massive boost for them when they're going through that struggling, difficult time. I hope that helps. Look forward to more tips and advice from Coach Wheeler. Like, subscribe, tell a friend, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the other side. Peace.